Welcome everyone, thank you Wizards of the Coast for inviting me to the Zendikar Rising event. They have given me a preview account, a special preview account. Thank you Wizards of the Coast for giving me the invite to play some Zendikar early on. I think the stream is properly working now. I just had to restart it twice. So I'm VM Campos, been playing Magic since the 90s on and off, and today we're going to play some Zendikar Rising. So let me just confirm that all my stream stuff is properly working. Twitch was being very weird just a moment ago, but now it seems to be fine. So let me just finish setting up all my settings, and I think we're ready to go. Set this as the game. Not game, Magic. So we'll get started in one moment. The life of a streamer when this stuff doesn't want to behave. Set this as a sponsored stream. Details, sponsored, yes, right there. Monetization, yes, give me that. Give me those rubles. Okay, so just a moment here, we will get the party going one quick moment. Okay, I think that's working. Yep, okay, so pop out chat right over here. If you're in the chat, apologies from a moment ago, it wasn't behaving, and now it is, I think. And then pop out this chat over here. Pop out chat right there. Okay. I think we're 99% ready to go. One moment. Right there. Ready to go. If that appears on screen, that would be nice. Is that chat popping up there properly? That should have already popped up. Okay. What about the Twitch chat? Ready to rock. Yeah, that pops up right away on my system. What about live? It does pop up live. Okay. The YouTube chat isn't popping up. I'm simulcasting to YouTube and Twitch, but in any event, I think we're ready to get started. So, technical difficulties dealt with, I think. Starting stream again. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, so I think everything's visible there. I can see the stream on Twitch, but it says session at 0 minutes. YouTube says 3 minutes. So let's just go for it. Okay, so I've got this cleric warrior deck that I've built. Let's give it a shot. It's black and white warriors, and there's some synergies there, so we'll see how it goes. We'll do the final promo here. Alright. Well, there's that priest and a bat and so forth with kicker. Probably won't kick it, we will see, but here we go. Here's the first here's the brand new Zendikar background. It's very colorful, possibly a little bit more colorful than I would think, but And there's like a little bit of the background way over there. You can see a little bit of movement. Expedition Skulker. Death Touch. Not yet. Okay, well. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 whole mana. 6 whole mana. Let's see if they take the bait here. The opponent is P. Gardena, so obviously they're going to play their rogue next, and that'll have Death Touch. We'll see how that goes. So how's everyone doing? Have you checked out any of the brand new... Checked out any of the brand new Zendikar stuff? So many new cards. And here, destroy a creature with power 3 or less. So power 3 or less. Vanquish the weak. Back to 2 anti-life. Once I get some white mana, I will have the Luminarch Aspirant, which is amazing. Give all the creatures +1. I'm also getting there for the Outrider. Target creature gets +1 until end of turn for each creature in your party. Right now I've only got a Cleric or a Warrior. There's the new Elvish Mystic or whatever. There we go. At the beginning of combat, here we go. We'll have that go in the air. No probs. I can keep getting an automatic +1. I read it wrong, of course, and I thought that all your creatures get a +1. But it's just target creature, but it's very good. An automatic +1 to any creature as long as it stays alive. So far in my party, I've got a Cleric and a Cleric. So something becomes a land. Okay, that's a 4/4 permanent land, I guess. Yeah, we'll be okay. Next, can I disenchant that? That is an enchantment, so let's disenchant that. How about I disenchant it at the right time? Let's do that at the right time we disenchant that forest. Now, at what point actually could I disenchant that forest? When it attacks, when the damage is coming? Inquiring minds want to know. Enchanted Land. Enchanted Land is a 4/4 elemental with haste. It's still when an enchantment dies, return that card to its owner's hand. I've seen people use that a couple of times. People seem to love it. Comes to life and then it returns back to the hand. So there's no rogues for Death Touch on that. That already did its thing. Pretty cool art on that. Andrei Kuzinski. Here we go. So there's a Cleric. Okay. They are passing because they want to block that. But what I shall do is remove their sacrifice a land, search for 2 more. Okay. Oh, okay. Fine. Don't tell me that they're going to search for something that'll get rid of my spell. They come in tapped. Never mind. Okay, they finally got their red mana. Okay, so Dauntless Unity. If this was kicked, everything gets a +2 until end of turn. Can I kick this? Yeah, that's 4 in total. Cast it with kicker. There's the final flying attack right there. 6 damage in the air of from a little zombie bat. Can you believe that? So it's a bat and a zombie at the same time. That is the way to win once you've got like a zombie bat doing your bidding. 1 win so far. It seems to have taken a while because I went on and off on the stream, but alright, let's keep on going. There's a disenchant. Good thing I main decked it. I thought, like, I do feel there's a lot of enchantments and artifacts in this set, so I did put it in there, and it was definitely useful. So let's see how this goes. Okay, who's the next opponent? This is taking a moment. I wonder who else. Thanks, welcome back. Yeah, I don't know what happened. The stream has been acting kind of weird because I usually stream both at Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and it always works. But of course, today when the special event is happening, Twitch wasn't working, so I had to do a quick reset. It was the second time I did a reset, so Twitch seems to be fine. But the weird thing is that your chats are not popping up. If I go over to Twitch and say hello on Twitch, it appears right there on everyone's screen. But if you chat on YouTube, the chat there is not appearing on the screen. It appears obviously in the YouTube chat box, but I don't know. I think it's just a lot of people are streaming at the moment, so I think maybe something's messing up because it's the early access event here. Well, it's not finding me. It's not finding me an opponent. So let me switch over to this other game mode for a moment, and we'll get back to the main action here. So how are you doing? How is the new sculpting going? You said you went now into the new mode of sculpting in the software instead of the other mode. What was the other mode called? Like boxing or something? Cubing or something? And now you're in the new sculpting mode. We finally got an opponent. Just taking a moment. I don't know why I wasn't able to find another opponent, but here we have Hiroshi. What do we have here? 3 mana stuff, Deadly Alliance. I guess that's adequate. We changed a little bit of the layout. Now the hello is the first thing at the top. It used to be at the left. And the icons also look different, and we've got some other things, like their text looks smaller to me. Anyway, here, let's still not reveal that we're playing 3 colors just yet. Okay. What shenanigans will they do on that? I guess this will let them pass. Landfall. Sure. Guess that's the big idea that they're trying to do. You just want to landfall some shenanigans. And then they bring out a Felidar. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, I need my disenchant for that, definitely. In the meantime... Come on, disenchant. Clearly they're going to easily be able to land drop. Landfall. Passing, eh? Okay, well, not me. Oh, never mind, they have a counter spell. So, oh, okay. And then we'll land drop ourselves right there, and then this gets a +1. That's how you landfall. Yeah, check out this brand new battlefield, right? Uh-oh, they tap me and they mill me. How rude. Let's read that brand new card. Tap target creature. Its controller mills 2 cards. That creature doesn't untap. Okay, so they lock it down and draw a card. That's not fun. There we go. They got their landfall on that. What did I miss here? Mill. Just a couple of lands. Yes, this is the new land, the Zendikar Land. I don't see it as a sort of like active battlefield like the others. Narrow spell. Guess here. Have 2 clerics. Let's get rid of that flyer. And then landfall to make this even bigger, to make this little kitty even bigger. Go in as a 4/5 vigilance. So there are not a lot of cat cards in this new set. I like to make cat-focused decks, but there's not a lot here, although there is this really cool enchantment right there that makes cats simply by playing a land. And, okay, that's a cleric, and that's another cleric. Okay, well... What do we want to do here? We can pay 6 in total, reveal 6 cards, and get X number of things. Yeah, let's set that up. So cool new animation there for all of the things. Dauntless Unity, Expedition. Yeah, let's bring in another critter. Let's see about this. That Marauding Blight Priest has life gain, oops, a flash flying, and they're gonna double block it, I guess. I guess I can live with that. Lost that poor cat. But have some other synergies here. Ancient Green Warden. What does that do? It's a big ol' 5/7. Was that double? Wow, they have the double, they have that double action. Okay, well. Learning digital sculpting for 4 days. I have 4 creatures. If I attack with one thing there, guess not. Well, what I could do, if they do attack with that 5/7, then I can do the Kabira takedown. No, they're actually going to make that into a big thing, actually. Yeah, this is game over now. They have their landfall strategy too strong. I have 5 creatures in total. have 5 creatures in total. I have that instant land drop, of course. If it wasn't for that ancient green warden, things might have turned out a little bit different. That double landfall trigger definitely does its thing. So congrats on that. Okay, let's see if we can get some other opponents. So we're here at the early access streamer event. Wizards of the Coast has invited several streamers to come play with the latest Magic set, and we get to see the latest cards, the latest mechanics. Seems to be for some whatever reason that it's a little hard to find an opponent, so on that mode, let's switch over to a different mode for a moment. This is a very low power but fun deck. Cat focused. Now I'm playing the random matches with people that I have no idea how they're going to play or play nice. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I keep thinking that at the bottom left is the hello, because it's always been there, but now it's on the top, so that's one thing that has changed. Yep, so I'm definitely playing with a anything goes opponent. So we'll see how this goes. So they're playing red. Lotus Cobra. Of course they're going to do a Lotus Cobra. Guess we'll bring out the... This is like a cool little combo, this Murasa Root Grazer. It lets me, they have to read it and reread it. I can return a land over and over, sort of, for landfall over and over, kind of. And so, for example, I can... So they got their landfall, they gain 1 land, they got 4 lands already. Triad, play another land, another landfall. So that Maul, so that Journey to Oblivion is very necessary. Got one of those, okay. This opponent is clearly very good, so I guess the only thing to do here is to force a landfall. I missed a land drop. The opponent obviously is going to have at least one land drop. So that Valakut does interesting things. That Exile a cut will cause that landfall, draw a card, exile a thing, deals damage. Another Lotus Cobra. If they don't play that land, it'll deal the... I mean, if they don't play the thing out of the top, it'll do stuff. I have a vigilance on that. So that's 3, 4. A lot of landfall triggers. I have resolve all. Why does this not resolve all? Alright, what are you going to do with all that mana? Oh, I see, you have your... Okay. That's what we need. Okay, so that definitely disrupts their plan, that enchantment. Was doing things, and I need to get rid of those 2 Lotus Cobras before they bring something big. Okay, they got that Song of Creation. I need my other Journey into Oblivion to take care of it. I think I've got 4 of them in the... I think I've got 4 of them in there, so what did they mill? A couple of Azusas, sure. And I guess we'll block this, or will their final card be an amazing instant? No. Okay. Okay, so that's going to give you 1,000,000 mana, but then what do you do with it? I guess it's going to be like a trite Crisis or something. Okay, so you got all those land drops, but who cares, right? Okay, so I suppose what we need to do here let's go for some damage in the air. Let's return a land over here. Play another blocker. Go in the air. So now, though, they have their Song of Creation, so that's gonna do amazing stuff, right? Let's see, the top deck, they've got 2 lands, so that'll be double land drop on that with those lands. It's a land drop, they get 1,000,000 mana, they have nothing to do with it, so okay, sure. None of those lands actually do anything except make land. Nothing happens there. Okay, so let's play a cat. Let's I guess it doesn't matter when we do it, but return that back. Drop that there. Double all of that. Bring another one of these. That's 7, 8 in the air, so next turn is game over unless they get rid of my flyer or have their amazing game plan come into play. I think with my Journey to Oblivion that really wrecked their plan. So let's see what will happen. Yep, that's it right there. So I don't know what they were trying to pull together. They had those Lotus Cobras that was going to give them 1,000,000 mana, They had the naked dryad guy doing mana acceleration. They had the Song of Creation, like was gonna draw a bunch of lands for some reason. I mean, a bunch of cards. What else? What does that do again? You may play an additional land. Okay, never mind about that. Whenever you cast a spell, draw 2 cards. They flooded out. They had no cards to draw at the beginning of your end step. Discard your hand. So they were just trying to dig for answers, and there was something that was coming. Rada was there. Rada would have been huge. Was that one of the win conditions? Rada would have gotten plus X based on the number of lands. That would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would have been 9 mana for Rada. But I don't know, nothing happened. So yeah, my deck is designed in... There's not a lot of cats here, so actually this is a beast. But this one, as you saw the trick there, it was letting me bounce my land back to my hand, drop it down, and then this new ability, the new ability here is Landfall, so simply by dropping a land into play, something happens, and this was getting bigger and bigger. See how he's eating he's eating the foot of some creature. And then the Territorial Scythe Cat, same thing. It gets a +1 permanent every time you just simply play a land with Trample. So it starts off as a 2/1 and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So there's not a lot of cat synergies. The other cats didn't appear because there's not a lot of cats, but there's a couple of tricks there. Let me check something. Okay, got those prizes. So the deck, I have this creature that I don't think really synergizes. Attendant Healer. Whenever you gain life, create a cat, or pay 3, another target cleric gains life. Maybe. And then it makes that really cute cat right there. So what if... Is there anything else? Is there anything else that can gain me some life? There's an insect. Scale the heights. Well, I kind of like that, but alright, let's get back to the other part of the game mode. The Sealed, I haven't finished playing that. I wasn't getting an opponent. Oh, we got a request over here for friend. Did not see that pop up. There we go, add. Okay, so I go first. Okay. Drop the land. So they've got the little dog, and I've got the little fox. Feed the Swarm. Remember, Feed the Swarm is a sorcery. I thought it was an instant and I was going to use it on their turn, but no, it's a sorcery. So that destroys a creature or enchantment. Yeah, look at this new battlefield. I like the river going there, and then like the little... We're high above and we see all those little birds flying around, right? Well, if that's true, then that means that our pets are huge, right? These little white things floating around, those are birds? Are those birds or... Yeah, those are birds. I can see them as birds. So that means our pets are huge. Hilarious. Alright, 3 mana. What do we do with that? That is a vampire cleric. Okay. If I lose it, I'll be okay. Let's see, do they have any counter spell for that? They do have a blue. Okay. Still pausing for them. So the synergy here is when I gain life, they lose life. Their art, they went with the... There's a bug. Sometimes if you don't click on this in the right spot. Anyway, there's Thalia looking really tough. Put this new land. Oops. Linvala. I think that's good, right? Flying at the beginning of combat. If you have a full party, do whatever. Sacrifice Linvala. Okay, so it's just one creature. I don't have anything to worry about, probably. Oh, actually it's a 3/3, so that's something to worry about. But Vanquish the Weak, I think, will take care. Yep, Vanquish the Weak will do its thing. Now, this has an extra ability that they're not remembering to do. There we go. Alright, well, let's wrap up that. And then drop a land, and then that'll give me a Seagate Banneret. And either they are getting very... Oh, that actually I know who that is. That's Air Bubbles. I took a picture with her at Comic-Con. Air Bubbles is the cosplayer that dresses up as various magic characters. And at last year's Comic-Con, she was dressed up as Chandra. And I actually played her a game of Magic. So, shout out to Air Bubbles. That's cool. For some reason, I always zone out on people's names until the last minute or whatever, but here we've got Air Bubbles, cosplayer extraordinaire. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, well, what I will do next, I want to drop this. We'll play it safe. We'll just remove the threat because obviously they would have had a land drop that would have gotten bigger and bigger. That's that one cat that I have. Or celebrate, gain some life. Pausing on one white. Or do they have one more white? Okay, anyway. Let's summon that. What do they have for one white? Probably some sort of pump up spell or something. And then next turn I can give a +1 to all my creatures. Let's see if I don't regret that. Even if they hit the little one. Yeah, they have a +2/+2. Okay, that's fine. I still do some damage there. And then next turn I can give my creatures +1, but probably... Oops, that's a good one. All creatures +1 until end of turn. That is overpowered. Okay, well, give everything an extra +1. And just put the pressure right here, so if they double block, that'll be useful. Have 4 life, they could do some shenanigans and gain a ton of life. And that little Canyon Jerboa, this is one of the very first, I think this is the very first mouse ever added in Magic from what I was reading. There had previously been a mouse token in Throne of Eldraine, the fairy tale set, but the first card that is a mouse is this one, the Canyon Jerboa. Oh no! Do not want. I guess they have another one of those because... Okay, well... see what we have here. They probably still have one more pretty good instant. Deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control, target creature or player. So I have a warrior and I have a cleric, so that's a +2. This becomes a 3/3 flyer vigilance, I guess. When does this set launch? I might pick it up with the Godzilla one. In Arena, it launches tomorrow. And in paper, it launches next Friday, the 25th, which I can announce now. I have been selected by Wizards of the Coast to be a featured streamer on that Friday. They're going to put me on the website, they're going to retweet me, they're going to promote me. That's my special day that they give me. Thank you, Wizards of the Coast, for selecting me on that. # sponsored. And that's going to happen on the day of the launch of the new set. Thanks. I'm going to be giving away game codes in the game, but I'm also most likely going to be giving away real life cards. I want to get cards from the new set. I'm going to try to get, with my connections possibly, to get some real cards of the new set and give them away on the stream. But that's what's coming. That's my plan. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, that little mouse is powerful. It gives everything. Okay, well, sure that does its thing, but I still win because I'll be able to +1 everything. So I'm getting the good game on that. I'm getting the theme on that, and then we'll wrap it. So yeah, I just got the official signing of the documents yesterday, I think. So I got an email a few days ago, or maybe a week and a half ago, and of course I couldn't reveal it until it was official. And they emailed me and they said, we've chosen you to be a featured streamer. Pick any day between now and 2 months. And I said, how about the 25th? And then they replied right away and they said, okay, cool, yeah, we'll give you the 25th. So yeah, the 25th is the day that the set launches. So not only do I play the early access today, but then I also play the... There's no... Well, it's me playing, and I'm going to be playing Arena, of course. Oh, so they're going to give me free gems in the game to play and stuff. But I have game codes, of course, if you do the exclamation point points. How many points does everyone have anyway? Let's see here. Just out of curiosity there. You woke up to the best video ever. Miss the Original Game is being remastered. That is so cool. Miss the Original Game is definitely a really cool game that must be VR-ified one day, because, or soon I guess now, because that was the game where you can explore so many parts of the island, right? So that's cool. Which VR set, right? There's different ones. There's Oculus. There's the PlayStation VR, and every system has its own VR, right? So which one? Yeah, they probably will put it on many platforms just because it's such an iconic game. Let me try something here. I want that chat to show up. What can I do here? Okay, that's visible there. Oh, there we go. I guess I have to turn it on and off, and now it's scrolling really crazily. There we go. Sorry about that. But now there's the chats. we go. There's the chats. Okay. So now we need to get the rest of the crew here. Let me mention Gabe earlier. Oh, I'm getting a message here from, need to find the timestamp of our fight to upload onto the Magic Creators page. Good point. I wasn't streaming at that time, so I'm not sure. But anyway, what have we got? We got a brand new, we got Zagnaf visiting there. So I'll just make a quick message over here. Enjoy the stream, enjoy the Discord, check out rules, add a bio when you can. I'm live on my YouTube and Twitch right now. Thumbs up. You're hoping Mist VR becomes successful, that they do the rest of the trilogy. Wouldn't that be really cool that you can go through the whole thing again in sequence with brand new VR, brand new graphics and everything? So, oh, I'm battling Hiroshi again. This is the person that had an amazing deck that really defeated us. So let's see what happens again this time. Single blue, what does single blue do? Okay, third turn, cleric, draw a card, that's good. Okay, I think what I need to do is that, then that. Okay, so the strategy is to bring out this vampire, then on the next turn, well, on the next turn I can either bring out my synergy thing here or the mind drain. I'm gonna pass, so that could easily be a counter spell, or that could actually be sacrificed. What do we do here? I don't want to lose these two synergistic pieces, perhaps, so I have a cleric and I have a warrior, so if they counterspell this, I'm fine with that, because I have these other pieces of things. Okay, no counterspell, good. When it enters, target gets +1 until end of turn. Okay, well, I guess spread it out over here if they feel like that should be destroyed or whatever. Now, did this opponent have a... Was this the opponent that had the flash creature? I already put it on your Steam wish list and can't wait to buy it for the 5th time. That's funny. Uh-oh, check it out. This is the brand new 017 Legendary Leviathan Crab. Charex. Spells your opponent casts to target this cost 2 more, and this gets +X whatever. Okay, fine. So what do we want to do here? If we pay 2 on that, Celebrant, put a +1 for each party member. Well, I'm gonna need some flyers. That's a 017. What a big blocker. Can you imagine Cyan and Wizards did a collab and misfranchised set of Magic? From what I recall of Mist, you were the main character, so there weren't a lot. Maybe the world of Mist would be cool, but then like all of the other sort of like, there's not a lot of other characters, so it sort of feels like there's not a lot to work with, character-wise. But could work. Okay, so let's have the opponent do some discarding. Okay, so if I attack with the 3/3 and the 1/4, gain the life stuff off of that. Attack with all of this. I bought the 3/3. Okay, well that was dumb. Why would I not see that attack? True, there's Catherine and the wife, Artress the dead, and the two evil brothers. Oops, that's a land drop action about to happen right there. Okay, vanquish the weak will be helpful. Very helpful. So I can do 4 damage to something if I had a land. Come on, give me a land. 4 damage to their healer. Okay. Don't have any land drop stuff, right? Let's wreck that if it lets us. Yep, and play a pack beast. I'm thinking that they might have a flash creature. So I don't really want to lose anything here. So yeah, there's that flash creature. I've got 23 life, so I don't think it's going to be that important to have that flash creature. Landfall does nothing. Alright, so then as for here, another creature. Another creature enters. Another damage on that, and for the moment, well, if I attack with everything, we have one last card in hand. Sure, sure. Sure. And then if they can't get rid of that flyer, well, they have a blocker for the flyer. But okay. Very good gaming me. So, okay. Round 2 Hiroshi. So they won 1. Very, very well. And then I won 1. So if we meet each other again, then that will be the final battle to prove who is the most. Oh yeah, what I was going to do is mention like right now, let's mention that to Gabe, and then also over to Rick, playing in the Zendikar event right now, if you can make it. Who else do we want to mention it to? Oh, to Ashley? Where's Ashley? There we go. I'm live live right now, streaming the new Zendikar cards. Come on over. Okay, and let's see who else comes by. But okay, we've got that going on. So what do you think about the new cards so far? There's still plenty of more to look at, of course. But so one of the big powerful mechanics is that landfall. So if you have a creature or an enchantment, like simply by playing a land, something happens. And you saw there that I was making my cat bigger and bigger just by playing a land. There's also party, which is the more clerics, the more that you have of a cleric, warrior, wizard, or rogue, you get these special effects. We also have the return of kicker. You can pay a regular cost of a thing or pay an extra cost and more happens. And lastly, we have these modal double-faced cards. We have these cards that you can pick which mode you want. Do I want the front card? Do I want the front side? Do I want the back side of a card? Depending on what's going on, it has different implications. Just checking who else here. Well, yeah, finding people on a game of these, I feel like during this event, it's been a little harder to find people to play, which is weird. How many are actually on this? Let's see, help me count here. 189 plus 401. Let's say 200. So that's 600. There's 600 people in the official chat. I don't think all 600 are playing. But let's do this. Let's build a brawl deck. Let's look at the new cards. Build a brawl deck and see if you want to go against people. So format is brawl. I want to focus on the, let's say, not collected commanders in the new set. Oh yeah, I remember I wanted to do a Drana deck, a mono black deck. I've already started to record. I mentioned on the stream last Saturday that I was going to have on Monday a video about Brawl, but actually I put out the video about, I don't know if you saw it there, Stevie, in my YouTube. I did the top 10 episodes of Tiny Toon Adventures, so 30th anniversary of my favorite TV show when I was a kid, and I did a video about the top 10 episodes. So that's what I did instead of the Monday Magic video. I have it recorded, I just haven't edited it. But one of the Brawl decks that I want to do is with Drana. So let me refresh my memory. Whenever Drana attacks, defending player chooses a non-legendary Vampire Cleric. Okay, let me actually do something here. I had already a strategy to start to build that deck. Drana, here we go. So I wanted to put a variety of vampires and clerics into the deck, and I'll pull those up here. Okay, so let's look at vampire. So Null Priest, Scavenger, Shadow Stinger. That also deals with rogues. Vampire Rogue, Vampire Cleric. What colors have you tried so far in this set? What was the set I was just? I tried green and white so far, and green and white so far, and those, I liked those colors. And then also I'm gonna do black right now, mono black with the new ones. And in that draft, what colors were that? That was black and white, so I think I'm also liking black and white. There's a lot of new vampires Oops, not cleric. Cleric. There's a lot of new vampires. Highborn vampires kind of basic. Okay, so I have all of those, and cleric. Demon's Disciple, Human Cleric 3/1. What enters each player sacrifices a creature. This is a way to have things get sacrificed. Interesting. Someone did it on me and it was pretty useful. I believe it's Pixie Kitten, actually. Thought to Grave. Base Camp. So this enters tapped. Any color, it's everything mono black. So those were those. Actually, how many rogues? Many rogues in these colors. The Acquisition Expert, but it's a human. I guess that's fine. Black Bloom Rogue. Nimana Sky Dancer. A little bit of Mill. I guess the big idea here will be mono black, but with the various party members: rogue, cleric, and what do we have? Rogues, clerics, warriors, and wizards. Those are the 4 types in the new set. So how many wizards? How many black wizards are there? None. What about warriors? Any black warriors? Vampire Highborn, and that's it. Maybe what would be cool is to put equipment in this, just to play with equipment. Yeah, that gives them fly, that gives them +1. It's another +1. That's not really amazing. That might be a fun thing to do. 44 cards. Creatures is that that's only 15 creatures. I think I need more creatures. So I guess we have these other, like, we have these other things. We have that vampire bat, that zombie bat won me a game earlier. Mind Drain, Cast, Lake Gloomer, Vanquish, Feed, Deadly. Another Destroy. Oh, now that I finally read that, I thought that, so this is kind of an interesting card. This enchants a land and it takes away its color. It just gives colorless mana. If then you tap and pay life, then you can play a color. That's cool. Someone did it against me and I didn't fully read it to see that I actually could make color out of it. It just damages me. So that's interesting. The trick, of course, is reading the card explains the card. Hagra Constrictor, there's a snake. Here we go, Hagra Mauling 4 mana. Destroy a creature. 53 cards. Skyclave Shadow Cat. That looks like a pretty tough cat right there. And then the flavor text. Perhaps its distant ancestors were radiant Felidars, but no hint of their nobility remains. So there's this brand new card. Where did it go? There's this card that is pretty interesting. Alright, right here. Lithoform Engine. It is an artifact. Costs 4 mana. And it's legendary, so you can only have one of them on the battlefield at a time. 2 and tap. Copy target activated or triggered ability, and you may choose new targets. So if there's some ability that your creature does, you can pay 2 and this copies it. 3 and tap. Copy target instant or sorcery. So if someone's about to deal damage to your creature, you can copy that and send the damage back to their creature. And then 4 and tap. Copy target permanent. So whatever permanent spell, lands do not count, lands are not spells. Whatever permanent spell is on the battlefield, you can make a copy of it, so that's kind of fun. Let me put that in the deck there too. So I just need to find someone to play this deck. And what else do we need in this deck? Not collected, yes collected. Any good enchantments? Just the Lithoform Blight. $58 cards. $59. Oh, here's a new mana rock, Skyclave Relic, 3 mana for any color, indestructible. That's cool. Okay, well that's 60 cards right there. That is a version 1 of my Brawl deck. Trana. So what I want to do is save. I want to export that. So export save that. Ultrana. So now I just need to find someone to play it. Let me ask here in the challenges. Anyone want to play some Brawl? I've got version 1 of my new deck. Let's ask a couple of people here if they want to. Oops, that's not my. What is my current name here? I have my name that I know on my regular account. That's a bug right there. But add a new person. So we'll wait a moment to see if they want to brawl. I'm going to try a little experiment. I'm going to click a button. I'm going to click a brand new button now that I reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have a brand new feature. I'm going to click it to see what happens here. So don't freak out. Click that. Add inserted. When you finish your sculpting, you'll send a picture. Cool, I'd like to see that. So I clicked insert ad. I don't know if that will appear automatically for people. If it does, let me know. Now that I reached the 1,000 subscribers, I can monetize the channel, make a little money off of it, and that's via ads. So it said inserted ad, but I don't know if that's like manually when someone replays it. Create highlight video. What does that do? Click that, and then I get a pop-up for something. Okay, well, I'll look at that later. Add stream marker. Okay, stream marker added. Markers appear in the video editor after your stream ends. Sure. I'm learning something new. So I have a question on the chat there. I don't know if there's the new option to give like special cheers or anything. I know that some accounts have that. Is there anywhere somewhere about like highlight my text or anything like that? Can you see any like extra features in the chat? I don't know if there's a way for me to see it from a different account or something. Not that you can see. I don't know if everything gets added at once or little by little. Okay. So I go first. Here we are in the brand new cool land. Okay, so the healer. Let's bring in our healer. Double white, double strike, okay. So this brand new blood, so this brand new blood priest art I really like on that. Look at all the flowing blood and everything. If you got a support button, not sure if it has been there for a while or not. I do have a support button. Oh, okay. I think that's one of the new things now. I was gonna look at myself on a different account. I mean, not a different account, but just in private mode. Yeah, so I guess that... Uh-oh, I think that's a... no, that's not what it is. Okay, but anyway, I think that brand new support button, that is the new thing, yeah. So I don't know what it does. It's supposed to have added a couple of brand new things, I guess, now that it is 1,000. Now that it's at 1,000 subscribers. Okay, next turn, Tazri. Oops, that's a good card. How do we get rid of that? Let's see if they fall for this. Alright, so now I just have to deal with these cats. They're gonna keep summoning. Oops, that's a good one. Okay, they're gonna do a double good. There it is. That's like the #1 strategy. It makes double cats. Fine. All I have to do is just wait for them to run out of... Just have to make sure they run out of cats. Finally figured out a time you would fit your daily schedule that you're going to test out streaming. You finally came up with a few content ideas. That'd be cool. Streaming is definitely the popular thing nowadays. I was at Best Buy. I had to do a for my business partner, had to get some tech things, and I went to Best Buy. All of the webcams are sold out, even online Best Buy. So it's everyone's streaming and stuff. So you return to Streamlabs after 4 test runs you did will be coming soon. Very nice. I have enough here. Okay, let's activate her ability and go get a bunch of new creatures. No creatures! So, oops. So, no creatures came in as that. They'll probably double block that, which is fine, because they've already... Oh, they're not. Okay, interesting. I guess they have a plan to gain back life. So that's funny. I paid 8 mana. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a cleric, rogue, warrior, wizard, or ally, and put them into your hand. And I didn't have any of them, so that's funny. So that retreat is good. It gives the plus. So they're going to do a plus. Okay, that's fine. It's a 6/4. Pretty scary. Everything gets vigilance. Can't really block anything, right? I can block that unless they have a special ability. Hopefully that final card is not a special ability. I guess it's the final damage. Dumb. And a freaking land. Okay, well... I'll have to block all of that, and now we're just down to the top deck. So as long as they're dropping a land, they'll still... Yeah, so... I need some answers. So guess we're going to do a little bit of racing here. So no matter what they draw, it's going to be good, because if they even just draw a land, that's going to create blockers. And if they get a good card, well, it's a good card. So I think, yeah, so there it is, exactly. So that's a 6-4. So this was pretty close. It's probably game over, right? When it enters, gain life, I guess. And 4-2 trample. Guess we'll spread it out over here. Come in with those. They've got to block them both. They have their one creature. Hopefully they don't get anything too good. I guess what could be the problem here is if they give that creature like +3 + whatever. Okay, they're passing instead, and then I get another freaking land. Okay, well, let's see about going for it here. Okay, here it is. What's the final thing? Even if they just get a land, they get a blocker. Nope, they get a 1/2. Okay. And then an equipment. Okay, automatically equips that. Okay, I have a disenchant. Let's disenchant that. And let's go with that final attack. And now they've got to get something good next turn. Me too. Now that I took away their enchantment, their... Oh, okay, well, that's not good. Don't tell me they have two of them. No, they don't. Okay, well, anyway, that's there, and now that's a big old 6/3. So I just have a blocker right here. Gained 1 life. Okay, hopefully they don't get anything good. This is the final turn, possibly. Nope, they got a blocker. Okay. Okay, they're gonna equip their goat, so that's not good. Get one of these. Okay, that'll be useful. That gives things just a plus. And I need 4, 5. I need 10 mana, and I have how much? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I can untap, I do have 10 mana, so I can double it. This land, actually they have a land. They're gonna play the land, and then it's gonna tap one of my creatures. So this was very close. Yep, there it is. So they're gonna tap that. And then they give up. Okay, I guess I'll take that. I didn't think it was going to go my way, but I guess because I guess that does make sense, because they played the land, they tap one creature, they attack. I have to block it or I'm dead, so I would have blocked this. Then it comes back to my turn, and I have one attacker, but not enough to get through to them. So then I would have had to get some amazing card. I don't know, did they really need to concede that? But fine, I'll take my reward. Sometimes when like you don't see all of the pieces of the puzzle, it does seem daunting. I love these scutes. Alright, so we got that. We're up to 4 wins. Pretty cool. Play next. Maybe I'll take a break in a moment. Remind me right after this. Take a little break. So Stevie, right now I'm teaching the CIS 123 class. Over the summer I taught Advanced Animate, CIS 126, and Advanced Web Design. Remember the semesters you took it? When you did the animation, Advanced Animation in the summer, and then there was also the Advanced there was also the Advanced Web Design class, so I just finished teaching both of those in the summer. Alex and Angie were both there to help out, and this was all on Zoom. So they were there, and in the regular semester also we've got, ooh, this might be fun. Let's see if this doesn't get killed. Let's auto-equip this. Yep, good, auto-equip. That is a warrior, so that's huge now. Just waiting until the person classes are a thing, which will be in summer. That sounds about right, by the summer, because then by that time I'm sure we'll also have a vaccine and such, so that's like a good goal. I really like the art on that. To Malakir, Blood Priest, and then these names. Uh-oh, what does that do? That's a 3, 4... Who cares? Okay, so what I can do... I can do that. Let's do a little bit of hand disruption over there. The past 3 years, you noticed you learn more quicker in person, online. Having professors is needed. I personally like classes in person as well, just because I feel like you can see people having issues and help them way faster. And then there's of course the face-to-face of it all and the human contact of it all. So I definitely like that. But it's been convenient not having to drive. When I go to Southwestern, it's only a round trip of 6 miles. When I go to City College, it is a 40-mile round trip. So there is that about it. We drop the land, eh? Well, I want that land, but I also want that takedown. Actually, I don't think that takedown is going to be that useful. So we'll bring it in as a land. $23 life, 5 mana. Finally, I can bring in that shepherd. Cleric. Got a lot of clerics here. I can do the Dauntless Unity. Everything gets +2/+1 until end of turn, especially that flyer. I think that'll work pretty well. If they gain life, they make a cat. I really like that cat token. Check out that cute little cat holding a, having a little belt and everything. You miss doing your computer science and art classes. Hard to believe you dropped out your art class just in time. Yeah. Ooh, okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6 mana to give that to be a big creature. Okay, fine. Now that doesn't have trample, so I guess instant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I get 1 more mana, that can be 3, 4, 5, 6. Fine, let's bring in this. Got double on that. Got 26 life. That's like double their life total. And even if I take a big old hit from that giant, it's like I have still 26 life. Okay, the next turn I can if I get my 6th land. Yeah, there's my 6th land. Okay, perfect. I feel that something's gonna happen in the air maybe. So let's see about moving this axe over there. Oops, it is pausing. So that must mean they have some spell, unfortunately. And kick this for 2. Also during spring, you made new friends and it got you into the Final Fantasy card game, which you might enjoy. Gameplay's combination of Magic and Pokemon. What generation of what generation of Final Fantasy games is it? Still have 2 mana. What can that do? It has characters from all the games up to Final Fantasy 13. How does it work with, like, does it use energy or mana or what? Because I'm pretty sure many Final Fantasy games did use a mana system, right? Like some sort of magical energy called mana? Or am I imagining that? So they've been waiting to make cats out of that, but another cleric gains whatever. Who cares? I think what I can do... Those are warriors and those are clerics. It has a mana system and shields and prizes. So that's my combo. Let's see if that lives. That might be the same sort of thing, like kill a big thing, and when that becomes a 3/3, then they have their spell for it. Let's see. Yeah, that's another one. Fine. Do I have any more flyers? As Death Touch, I guess. if I use this Feed the Swarm, it would kill me because of the mana cost, so I have to wait. Nothing has lifelink built in. This is going to be pretty tricky. I had a lot of life, but after they got that 7-5, it kind of went downhill. So they have more attackers than I can deal with, so I don't think I'm going to win this one. When in person, meeting can be normalized, you'll be happy to bring your 2 starter decks. Yeah, they had too many attackers, and they had that 7-5 that I wasn't able to deal with. If I had a little bit more life, I would have been able to do my kill spell, which would have still damaged me 7, but that might have prevented, because they attacked me 2, maybe 3 times with it, and obviously taking damage 2 or 3 times with a 7-5 creature is not going to work well. So it was going to be way too complicated to get out of it. They kept hitting those flyers. I got greedy. If I hadn't been pumping up my flyers to 4x, I would have been able to just keep going over their head. Let's play one of these regular ones. It does feel like it's slower, that Digimon's making a comeback, going to be released. Is that like a new, a new expansion, new generation, or what do you think? They just told us something in secret about... They just tell us something in secret, but I think they already revealed it. Let me ask them something over here. Where's the state of the game? Did they accidentally release state of the game early? Because I read... Where's my Felidar retreat? I know that I read it somewhere. Let's go, here we go, state of the game. Let me see if this is true. Let me just do something right here. Sorry, I just need to mention to people, event info. Let's see, Jam, just one quick moment. I want to... We got a Lotus Cobra, not good. Okay. Let's see, Jim. I thought already revealed. Oh man, they already have freaking Omnath. So I should just probably auto-concede this unless I get my removal. Cultivate, great. Yeah, they got the perfect. This is Nisa Meow Meow. Oh, that's Nisa Meow Meow. That's another famous streamer. She is also like really big in the world of Magic. So losing to her, I guess I can live with. If it was anyone else, I would have destroyed my computer. Because check it out, all of this amazing stuff that's gonna happen. Omnath plus Lotus Cobra is like amazing. And then like this, check it out, just making 1,000,000 mana. They have the perfect, plus the art looks really well. I forgot for a moment that I'm playing the try-hard mode, so I thought I thought for a moment I was back on the draft, where things could be a little bit more manageable. I forgot I went into the regular game mode, where people have already figured out that deck, that if you get everything perfect, you get that Lotus Cobra and Omnath, and then you get those scutes, all those bugs. The let's look at something here before we get back into the game. So there's something brand new that they're adding. This has already been revealed. They were telling us in the chat, this is some secret info, don't tell anyone. But then I told them in the chat, I think you already put it on the official website, and they're saying, oh yes, whoops, we already did. So this is something that is already live. If you go, this is going to be added brand new on Arena. If you go over to Profile, there's a brand new thing, Emotes. Go to Emotes, and there's some new things that are going to be added here. Stickers, expansion. There's going to be some new ways to react. We have currently hello and all of these, but now there's going to be some new ones here. So they're not unlocked yet, and there's going to be some new emotes here, but this is where they are in this screen, but they're not available actually to use yet. So there's going to be some new ways to communicate. Alright, let's get back to that main... Yeah, exactly, unlockable emotes. Yeah, compared to the previous early access events, it feels like this one, less people are playing it. I guess if we look at time zones, right now it's midnight in California, it's 3 in the morning in New York, and then adjust your time in between. And then if we go all the way to England, it's 8 in the morning. So I don't know, people maybe are just starting to wake up in England. What other time zones? Like in Brazil, it's also like 3 in the morning. What about the time zones in Japan? Let me open up my world clock right here. Clock, where's the clock? Okay, so other times of the world. So yeah, it's 8 in the morning in England. It's 5 p.m. in Australia. It's like 6 p.m. I guess in New Zealand. So surprised Mark or Rickman haven't dropped by. Well, it is the middle of the week, so maybe they're working at that time, 5 and 6 o'clock, right? And what other time zones? There's plenty of time zones, you know, in like Ukraine and Germany. That could still be like 9 and 10 and 11 a.m. and stuff. Like Jelly, I think her time would be like 9 a.m. Who else? Wizard Oak, he's at 8 a.m. Cheshire, his is about 5 p.m. Japan should be afternoon, probably. Let me check here. Let's put Tokyo. What time is it in Tokyo right now? It is 4 p.m. Yep, afternoon time right now in Tokyo. I'm battling the same person, Best Marmote. I don't remember, did I already beat this person, Best Marmote? I know I've battled, I believe Hiroshi was his name, their name, once or twice. Best Marmote, I believe it's the second time. So I'll turn one this, and then this. Turn to Malakir. That's a warrior, and that's a cleric. Guess we'll wait one more turn. Cleric next turn, and then after that the priest. Oh man, they got that. Not good. I can see we got your first attempt at sculpting. Yeah, let's see that. I'd love to see that. Showing off the hard work is always good. So of course we get that. Attack, something's unblockable. They have 4 mana, so they can still pump it up. So I shouldn't block. Oops, that blade is gonna get even better. That's a 4/3 rat. And I guess that's unblockable. Okay, well, they've got some good combos going on here. I'm gonna need my removal right away. That's gonna do damage on the takedown. Okay. Let's see, another land drop, of course. Yep. And the ox. Well, maybe this 5/7. No, that 5/7's not gonna help because they'll just block it. That'll be their final land. They'll drop their final land. Say one thing, sure. Let me finish getting beat in draft. The cat came in. He might jump on my lap in a moment. But anyway, let me give this note right here. Alright, I'll open that one moment. Let me just finish connecting over here. Synthetica, I believe I hear this person's name on various podcasts. I think Magic FM, so alright, so let's add a new friend right over here. Alright, let me see, let me pull up on the sculpting. Oh, that's cool. It definitely feels like a real sculpting, right? Like it's like the real clay and all of that, and you push and pull the shapes. That's cool that you've got the... Sorry, let me just set this. That's cool that... So yeah, that's cool that you've got like what's it called? You've got the side, you've got the image there to help guide you, and then starting to design it. So that looks cool. I'm sure that was a lot harder to do than that was a lot harder to do than, I mean, that was a lot easier to do than the old way, right? Because the other kind of way was, I guess I don't want to auto attach to that yet. Okay, so what's the opponent? Verazal, the split current. So Synthetica, summon them. Okay, sure. Let's see here about wrecking one of their lands. Feels realistic, is easier than when you try the box modeling and quicker. Cool. Field research. Alright. Next, 3 mana. Dropping lands, okay. Guess they have plenty of lands. Plenty of blue lands passing. Okay, what's going on here? Guess a lot of shenanigans or something? I don't know what happened, but it seemed pretty impressive. Well, they got that back into their hand, and well, they can't quite pay X. Well, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So with a +1. A message. Oh, there we go. Rick is mentioning us. Twitch. Yeah, Twitch and YouTube. So Rick might come visit us. All right, so what are we doing here? Well, I think this deck is set up pretty well, so our own combos and stuff I don't think are amazing. So as long as they kick stuff, they're gonna make a bunch of drakes. So that's gonna be tricky. Guess I'll go with a flyer. They'll probably double block that, but still be able to make 2 more. Oh, triple block, okay. Fine. I guess I'm fine removing the air threat. I do have a 4/4, but not with lifelink. Hopefully, okay, Lotus Cobra, we're gonna get some landfall? No landfall, okay, well that's useful. I got 6 mana in total. Just bring that is 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in total. Now they could counterspell that, and what comes back is that 3, 4. Guess we'll give it a try. Probably get counterspelled. Plenty of blue mana to do it. And then that comes back, so 6 mana gets me 2 creatures. That's useful. They'll be able to double block that. Their graveyard is only 3 things, so that's just a +1. Hey there, Rick, how are you doing? How's the set so far? It's interesting. I'm doing draft right now. Am I doing draft? What am I doing actually? I've been switching between different modes because there's not enough people to line up in the queues because it's the early access event. So I think I'm doing sealed draft at the moment. So it's cool. There's some synergies. Actually, I'm doing Brawl. What am I talking about? I'm doing Brawl and the opponent has 2 Lotus Cobras. So that's game over for us, right? But I guess I can exile one of them. Well, if I get rid of their flyer, and they have a green mana, if I get rid of one of their flyers, be able to attack in the air a little bit better. How's it Brawl with more than 1? Ooh, actually that card is way better than I thought. I should read my own cards. What was even that card? I'll read it in just a moment. Good thing I put it in the deck. But let's read it again. Exile all creatures and planeswalkers with CMC 3 or less from the battlefield, and all creatures and planeswalkers from the graveyard. Okay, yeah, that's kind of a board wipe for small creatures. I didn't even realize that. So wow. And how's it Brawl with more than 1? More than one. Oh, they copied it. See, this is a token. See how it's rounded at the top? They did something. Their commander lets you copy stuff. So they did a copy on that. Okay, as for myself, they have no mana open. I'm gonna save this Demon's Disciple. I'm going to attack. Here's this brawl deck. It's all about Drana. That when Drana attacks, the opponent gets to choose. I've not seen the verdict card yet. That was awesome. Oh yes. So here's my opponent's Zendikar. I thought it would only hit one card. Reading the card explains the card. LOL. So, okay, we're gonna get double off of that. That's gonna be kicked back to the hand. Fine, that's not a big deal. Although they have way more cards than me, so let's see if this can be summoned without getting countered. No, they don't have any blue mana, so let's bring that out. Do you want to draw a card? No, I want to do this. Everyone sacrifices one creature. Like that. Then we attack like that. And I just realized the opponent is at 2 life. I didn't even see how that happened. They had such an advantage, and then I played that board wipe. Let me read that card again. Shadow's Verdict. 5 mana, sorcery, exile all creatures and planeswalkers of converted 3 or less. So they're still at a strong point here because look at this. They just drew 1,000,000 cards, although they're out of mana, and they have double Drakes plus the Shark Typhoon, so that's going to be annoying. And we get Bubble Snared, and we get more out of those. Okay, but I have a kill spell. And we'll attach it right over here. Guess we'll draw a card in a moment. You get to choose something out of my graveyard right there. So once again I get to sacrifice a thing. So that's a combo right there. Sacrificing that over and over. And draw a card off of the supplies. Alright, so they have 1,000,000 mana. They have ways to make a lot of tokens. 1,000,000 cards in their hand. They have 1 life. But I think they're a pretty good player. Let's smash it home, definitely. Skewed Swarm. Uh-oh. This is the brand new card everyone loves that makes copies of itself. In regular game, people were making like literally 2,000 of them and crashing Arena. But here in Brawl, probably. Oh, actually, what are they gonna do here? Yeah, see, even with 1 life, and they've got those combos out there, and they just stole my artifact. So they have 1 flyer. What do we want to do here? I guess we just want to keep setting up flyers. I'm going to be able to recycle that Disciple again, but they have a little bug they can sacrifice instead, but we'll see what happens here. So go all in. They have to choose to bring something back. I'll keep sacrificing that same Disciple because that's a combo. They're going to kill one of their own Drakes. They have 2 air blockers, so that means they can double block my Drana. I can live with that. Oops, they have something in hand. Brazen Power. That's not a Zendikar card. Come on, Synthetica. I thought we agreed we were all playing only Zendikar cards. Should we mention that? Not Zendikar? So I guess they took I guess they took permanent control of my my artifact right here. So yeah, there's the Skewt right there. There's the Skewt that copies itself. Oh, hey Mark, how are you doing? We were about to win, and then we got cheated over here, which I thought we were playing only Zendikar cards, but then the opponent threw in a Brazen Borrower to disrupt my plans. So there we go. And they've got that bug action that copies itself. Someone else was making a bunch of bugs. Someone else was making a bunch of bugs, like 2,000 of them at the time or whatever. So that was a little quick brawl thing. I'm gonna get back to the... You sent out the link. Ooh, I totally appreciate that. Have people come on over and watch the latest and the greatest cards. We got 4 wins on this, and I'll start a draft right now in just a moment. I'm gonna go grab a little drink, and we'll keep it going. But thanks everyone for coming so far. We got Stevie, we've got Rick, we've got Mark. I think 1 or 2 more people came by right on time. So just gonna do a quick little pause, little bathroom break. Grab a drink. We'll come back again to do some more of this. I think I'm gonna do the Premier draft. I did a sealed draft and it went pretty well. I played with a black-white deck that had some cool strategy, and then we'll do some Premier draft. Maybe run into someone famous. I've already played some famous people. I forgot their names already, but they were famous. Stevie will tell you. He was watching, so we'll be right back in just a moment. We'll go right here, put this up here, and we'll be right back. One moment. Welcome back, my pretties. It is I, Evil Mage, here to play some Zendikar Rising from beyond the Oubliette. Well, I must return to the Oubliette. VM Campus is coming. Get out of here, Evil Mage. There we go. Hey everyone, we're back. So let's play some more. Let's play some more Zendikar Rising. Too many emotes. Sorry about that. My thing, there was way too much exuberance and the thing removed them. But sorry. I keep saying I need to change my settings on that, but I think it says if you emote like 3 in a row or something, it thinks it's spam, so I gotta change my settings. Anyway, welcome back. So I got some chainsaw. What are we talking about? Chainsaws over here? Chainsaw work in the backyard. Storms and such, and connection. Actually, let's click there. Oh, there's a hype. There we go. We got a lot of hypes going on screen. Okay, well, let's go over to some Premiere Draft. And money is no object. Thank you, Wizards of the Coast. Oh, there we go. We got a cheer. Thanks so much for that. Love that. Yeah, Evil Mage loves that. Totally appreciate it. So, once again, thanks Wizards of the Coast for the invite to the event and for giving me an account to be able to try out the new cards on Zendikar Rising. And this account has 1,136,210 gems to play with. So, let's play with this. Now this is a private event server, so it's not the general population. So let's see how fast these things fill up. I have been noticing that in this particular go round, it feels like less. We'll do crack packs in a moment. Good thing you reminded me. Well, we're gonna crack packs right now, actually, kind of when we do the draft, but we'll crack some packs in a moment too. But we'll crack some packs in just a moment, and it just feels like there's less people playing than the other early events. It's kind of weird. It just feels like it's kind of harder to get a game going on. It seems like people are doing more of the like the direct challenge. Oh, while everyone is here also, let me announce, now that it's been approved, you switch over to YouTube. Okay, welcome over to YouTube. Stream feels better. Let me look at my 2 streams. Yeah, I was having a lot of trouble with Twitch earlier, like 3 hours ago, but I thought I fixed it. But anyway, it's all good here. So I just got the approval yesterday. Wizards of the Coast is going to have me as a featured streamer next week. They will show me on the website homepage. They're gonna retweet me. They're gonna gift me gems and stuff to play with, and they're gonna promote me and hype me and everything as a featured streamer next Friday, the 25th. So I can finally announce it. A week ago or so, they contacted me and said, would you like to be a featured streamer again? And if you do, pick a date between now and 2 months and let us know. And so I replied right away, and I said, yes, I would like to be one. And I would like to be one. And I said, could I be one on the 25th? And they got back to me and said, oh yeah, that was quick. Yeah, you can pick the 25th. The 25th is the day that Zendikar officially releases. So I claimed that day for me to be promoted on that day when the new Zendikar set releases. So 1 p.m. Pacific time until, until 6 p.m. Australia time and 7 p.m. New Zealand time. I think my time zones are right. I'll be streaming Magic, courtesy of Wizards of the Coast. So with possible special guests. No, actually, what I am definitely going to do is I'm going to do some real card giveaways, because we have like earn points while we're here, but it's taking forever. Let me just make a note to our secret server over here about come on and join the final one. Oh, Pleasant Kenobi just joined the server, so I gotta say hi to that guy. Let me just say hi. Pleasant Kenobi is here. We can start the party now. So I cannot show you that super secret server there, but anyway, just need one more in Prem Draft. Anyone up for it? So yeah, that's the thing. You're hanging out on this special server, and then Pleasant Kenobi shows up. Just need one more person for this draft to fire. Like I'm saying, I feel like this time around, the okay, so we have reboot error, says after this match he will join us. So let's see if we can get them to join. So yeah, that was the big announcement. Next week, Friday, gonna be working on that. How's the land flip card? Okay, this is pretty cool. I have a magic card in hand right here to sort of demo this. So a modal double-faced card, which is the official term for them, it's got a front side and a back side, of course. And the card exists in all zones except the battlefield, only the front face. So on the front it may be a sorcery, and on the back it may be a land. If someone wants to, you know, if someone does duress on you to remove a sorcery, they could grab that card because the front side is a sorcery. If the front side is a land and the back side is a sorcery, then it wouldn't work because the front side is a land. It's a land card, not a sorcery. When you play it, you pick, and it remains that mode the rest of the game. I'm about to cast my land/sorcery. I pick, I want a land. Play it as a land, it stays as a land the rest of the game. I want to cast it instantly, you cast it as an instant, gets used, goes to the graveyard. So you, at the moment that you cast it, or play it, if it's the land side, you decide, do you want the land side or do you want the non-land side? And some sides are a creature, an instant, or whatever, and the other is often a land. And there's a couple that are double land on both sides, like a brand new dual land. So that's how those work. If it bounces back to hand, do you choose the mode? Yes, when it comes back to your hand. So only in the battlefield is the mode that you had picked. Here we go. Only the mode that after you've picked it, after you've played it, does it stay like that. When it comes back to the hand again, it's a brand new card in your hand that you're able to pick what mode you want to play. So if you found out what that rock is that Nahiri is in her hand, not yet. We haven't been given that info just yet. It's probably something obvious like Emrakul's eyeball, right? But now that we're getting lore on the website again, episode 3 just released today. I read episode 1, I haven't read 2 or 3. What happens if time runs out here? Don't tell me. Oh, here we go. Trunks. Who are the opponents? Oh, we'll look in a moment. Let's see what we got. Master of Winds. It's a flyer. Draw 2 cards, discard. You cancel an instant or wizard. Switch the life. Okay, fine. Infiltrator, tap another rogue. This cannot be blocked. Here's one of the flip cards. Return target card from the graveyard or play as a land. Ravager Mace. We're getting a lot of equipment that auto-attaches. Good old Disenchant. Molten Blast. Deal 2 damage to a creature or planeswalker. Destroy an artifact. Bat. It's a 1/1 with kicker. Squid. Just kind of go really fast and pick. We might pick that if we don't get anything better. But the squid. Okay, landfall is back. Ugin's egg. The vaccine. Yeah, Nahira found the vaccine on Zendikar. Okay, so I didn't love too much about that pack. But maybe I'll just go for some red damage. One of the big ideas of this brand new set also is to put together a party, like a D&D party. Rogues, clerics, warriors, and wizards. And the more that you have, of the party, the better results you get. For example, here, this is a 7/5, but it costs 1 less for each member of your party, up to 4. You can have a maximum of 4, and only 1 of each. 1 cleric, 1 wizard, 1 warrior, or 1 rogue. If you've got 2 clerics, it only counts 1. Do you know anything about the Commander Zendikar decks? I'm pretty sure that the deck list is out, but I don't have an opinion on them yet, but I am getting them. I bought them in a bundle, and I haven't fully looked at the card lists yet. Okay, we got these cards. We're gonna go with maybe black-red. Roiling Rico, sacrifice 1 land and go get 2 lands. So if you've got an amazing landfall deck, then you want that card. But the life gain card is kind of good. I'm the one holding everyone up. Sorry about that. So I might get that much. Well, actually, what colors am I again? Black and red. Draw, discard, attach +2. Unblockable, tormenting. So a goblin, equipment, or the fissure. Mind drain. Let's take a look at the opponents. So we've got Reagan, I think it's Reagan, Vandit, Trunks, Best Marmote, Tuk Rubble Fort. This is a defender. Creatures you control have haste, and this has defender and reach. That's pretty cool. So I'm going with some Rakdos. So who else? We've got Best Marmote. I think I've battled them a few times in the draft. So we've got all of this auto-equip equipment, which is pretty cool. Auto-equip flying. Captain Kush. Oh, he's on the server. He's on the VM Compost server. Semi-Omni and Tutu are the current opponents. Nothing good here. So now we've got the traffic jam over at Regan. So how's everyone doing today? I think I heard something about a storm going on. And how's everyone's Wednesday and or Thursday going on at the moment? How's everyone's end of the summer, end of the winter going on? Having a storm at the moment. Start of spring. You just changed jobs. You're still working from home. I saw those bike rides on Strava the other day, and that was funny how you. So I went for a jog and I tweeted about it, and you said if it didn't happen on Strava, it didn't happen. I remember you mentioning about that app before. How many days are you up to? Like 900 days of bike riding? Is that what I recall? So if I didn't mention it to everyone on the Discord or elsewhere, thanks all of you for helping me to get to the 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Really appreciate that. I'm finally able to monetize my YouTube. Behind the scenes, I've already made a cool $2.72 on YouTube since that monetized. So obviously it's a really small amount, but it's really cool to finally have all of this effort that I've been putting on YouTube be paying off, literally. But you know, pretty small amount, but it'll snowball, I'm sure. Got another Cinderclasm. Got another one of these Malakir Blood Priests. Royal Explosion. You spend most of your time sitting inside drawing or making the shed carvings. Wandering Spark Mage. Cleansing Wildfire, destroy target land. Its controller may search. Okay, so they just swap out a land, but it draws a card. Pyroclastic Hellion, it's a 4/5. When it enters, you may return the land to your hand. When you do, it deals 2 damage. So it bounces back a land and deals damage to the opponent. That's cool. Is Spark Mage 4 mana 2/2. When it enters, deals X damage based on the party. So you could do 4 damage in total to a creature or planeswalker. Those have the Zoth Consumption. They lose 4 life. I gain 4 life for 6 mana or a land. How many creatures do I have? Oops, well, it already took it. Akum Warrior, it's a 4/5 Minotaur or a land. Grotag Bug Catcher, 1/2 trample. When it attacks, it gets +1. Another Tuk-Tuk. And we got a Bat or a 3/4 that can get big if they have Threshold, kind of. If they have 8 cards in hand, I mean in the graveyard, this gets better. Plus the Giant that gets better cost reduction when you have more party members. I don't know, I like a lot of things here. I'm gonna go with a flyer with lifelink. I was just riding to work, not actually riding around, but you're not riding at the much. You had a crash on the weekend, but you've been off your feet for a week. We were working at home, it's no big deal. Well, that's good and bad. I hope you heal on that. Well, it's good that you don't have to go off to it's good that you don't have to go off out into the world. You gotta heal up. Well, that's good. Good that it wasn't so bad. It could definitely be pretty bad. So many bad drivers out there. I guess it's international. You know, we complain here in California that bad drivers, especially when it rains, people don't know how to drive when it rains here because it doesn't rain that much. And I guess it's pretty international that you know, people don't respect bike riders. Yeah, you have bike lanes, right? Like specific lanes where, yeah, you do. I'm pretty sure you mentioned it on one of your tweets, right? So there's a designated lane for spikes, but people don't obey that. It wasn't in the road, it was a shared path, and you were avoiding an oblivious pedestrian that walked out in front of you. Wow, that's like different than what I would have thought, right? It was a pedestrian that did it instead of a car. I don't know what I grabbed, and I rubbed my eye, and then now it's bothering me. I think one of the drinks, so I don't know if I need to pause in a moment. My eye is giving me a little trouble. I think I accidentally put some alcohol in it from my other drink. Obviously I'm not gonna stop drinking it, but ow, I think my eye actually, I should stop. Ouch. I think I did accidentally put some Saint-Germain into my eye somehow. I might pause after the oh, everyone's passing me the red cards. Yeah, what did I put in my eye? Leyline Tyrant, that's a 4/4 flyer. Oh, this is the one that you don't lose red mana as you go from phase to phase. I think we need that in the deck. Song Mad Treachery, gain control of a target creature. Akum. Yeah, so if I look weird, it's like I'm holding my eye closed because I accidentally put my beverage into it. And as soon as I open it up, it starts to hurt. Hopefully that'll make my deck even better. You know, go through the pain of it. Ooh, another one of these Blight Priests. Getting a lot of these bats. I know, I was trying to go to the mouth and then I went up to the eye over here or something. I think it's better now. That's the question of the day. What is the last thing you accidentally put in your eye? That doesn't actually help. I want to tend to this, but I also want to pick good cards, so that is the plight of a Magic player. Sawdust. This whole pack is completely Simic. Well, I guess this big giant Golem warrior can join the party. Sawdust, was it a little or a lot? Hopefully that also didn't incapacitate you. This is one of my new favorite cards. Check out this card. Who cares what it does? Check out that art. That cat beast is totally running off with the severed paw of some sort of dragon thing. You have not lost a real-life sealed pre-release event playing black-red. It's the only color pair that seems consistently. Okay, well, that's what's coming together so far, but these final packs, people are wising up, perhaps. So hopefully this, after we look at the deck in detail, yeah, I'm getting final not great stuff, I guess. That's a card draw. But okay, black-red. Let's see how well we do with it here. Yeah, these final ones, some of the red and black have been taken, but we're getting all the Simic stuff left over. I should have enough playables though. You went to wipe your safety glasses, but instead ended up with it in your eyes. Meaning you didn't have the glasses on and you went directly to the eye because you didn't have the glasses, or you went to the glasses but then you got to the other side. Yeah, these final ones were all like just Simic stuff that no one wanted. All right, let's see here. So this is the this is the account that Wizards gave me. So it doesn't have all my regular sleeves here, but we have the various gods, which Theros god should we pick? Thassa in blue, Erebos in black, Heliod in white, Nylea in green, or Purphoros in red. Which one do you all like here? The blue god, black, white, red, or green? And no, not one of the others. Those are not the choices at the moment. Ooh, look at that, all the sparkles. Which of the Theros gods should we pick? Dust piled up on the glasses, then you took them off. Oh, I see. So they were up on the top, you moved it out, and then it fell down. Pick the Simic sleeves. Where's the Simic? Right here. I love all of these animated ones. I think my favorite one is the Orzhov one. I love how it sparkles and everything. I like this also, like the Izzet one that has like this electrical aspect of it. I like them all. However, it's not a choice at the moment. Let's go with one of the gods. We also have Liliana, the Yoshitaka Amano art style. Liliana, the Japanese art style. But, Erebos, should we go with black? Everyone in the chat loves black, right? I know I love playing mono black, black white, or black blue. Let's do, actually by popular demand, before we get back to crafting that deck, let's do a couple of cracker packs over here. So if I look in my account here, thank you Wizards of the Coast, I've got a couple of packs to open up. You know, just a few. So, what do we want to open here? Do we want to open some of the latest set or some of these other sets or whatever? When you have an account that is part of the special access event, they give you a bunch of packs here, and I would love to have these on my real account, but I have to give them back at the end of the event, but that's okay. So let's crack some packs here. And Zendikar, let's go with Zendikar then. Going over here, let's open our first Zendikar pack. Alright, so we got the Scorch Rider. It's a 4/3. If it got kicked, it gains haste. So kicker is back. You pay a little bit extra, you get a little bit extra. So if you pay 6 in total, you get a 4/3 with haste. Deadly Alliance, 5 mana, destroy a creature or planeswalker for 5 mana. However, cost reduction, one generic mana less per party member. So this could be a single black mana instant destroy creature or planeswalker if you've got 4 in your party. Nidrana's Silencer, 6 mana, Vampire Rogue, 3/2. When it enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls gets -X, where X is the number of creatures in your party. Okay, so I think this is way not that great. If this is the only party member you summon, it's just going to be a -1 for 6 mana and a 3/2. If you've got the other members of the party, and a party is a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard, up to it could be -4/-4 if you've got one of each for 6 mana. That's when it's worth it. So you definitely need a critical mass for that to do much. Synchronized Spellcraft, another 5 mana. These are pretty expensive. Another 5 mana instant. Synchronized Spellcraft deals 4 damage to target creature. and X damage to that creature's controller, where X is the number of creatures in your party. Okay, so it's definitely 4 damage to a creature, and then depending on your party, which could be 0, it would also deal 0 to the opponent, or up to 4 if you've got the 4 party members. In the uncommons, we have Amaria's Captain, 4 mana, Angel Warrior, Flying Vigilance, 1/1. 4 mana for a 1/1, but it's got Flying and Vigilance. And when Captain enters the battlefield, put a +1 counter on it for each creature in your party. Once again, between 0 and 4 members of your party. Magical Christmas Land, you have, and this counts itself. So if you've got the Cleric, Rogue, and Wizard, and then you cast this one, it checks. Okay, now you've got the full party +4. This could be a 5/5. This could be a 5/5 Flying Vigilance for 4 mana. In limited and so forth, it'll probably be a 2/2. How do you craft a party when you play? It's just creature type, yeah. You need one of each, that's what it says right here. Party. Your party consists of up to 1 of Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and Wizard. So it only counts 1. If you've got 2 Clerics, it only counts it once. Kitesail Cleric, 1. Exactly. Did you hear, actually, next year, Magic is going to do the first official D&D themed set. It's going to be called Dungeons and Dragons Forgotten Realms. Magic the Gathering, the Gathering dash Dungeons and Dragons Forgotten Realms. You know, it really rolls off the tongue. But the very first official Magic set of D&D world, D&D plane, will release next year, Q3, I believe the presentation said. Yep. Do we need to do a little side detour on the big announcement that happened last week about next year's plans? I can't quite find it. If you go to dailymtg.com, there should be their announcement about next year's plans for sets. They released the names of them, and they released the names of the new sets, and the name of that set is, yeah, I can't quite find it, so we might look at it a little later. But oops, I closed that. I simply jumped back to it and then I closed it. Wonder if they'll have Morks. Nanu. You only want Strahd. I think that name was mentioned in my last podcast with Hargit 618. I believe he mentioned that he was also hyped for the D&D set. But yeah, they're probably gonna bring a lot of great, like, you know, they're gonna, what's it called? Not an overseer, overlooker, overlorder. What's it called? Beyonder? No, beholder. There'll probably be a beholder in there. That's like the classic D&D creature, right? This is a hilarious name. The Grotag Bug Catcher, Goblin Warrior. Blood Reckoning, 1 black, kicker for 3 more. Return a creature card from the graveyard to the hand. If you kicked it, return 2 of them. The Hero's Binding, lock down a creature. Pressure Point, tap a creature, draw a card. Seagate Banneret, 1/2. Pay 5 to give all your creatures +1. Spoils of Adventure. This one's, I like this, the concept of this one a lot. I like how, like, all of the members of the party are there. Like, there's the rogue, there's the cleric, there's, oh, she's the wizard, I guess. Who's who? That's the rogue, that's the wizard. I can't tell who's the warrior and cleric. But anyway, 6 mana, but if you've got a full party, it only costs 2, and it draws you 3 cards and gains you 3 life. Veteran Adventurer, 6 mana, 5/5 vigilance. Okay, this is one of these that also counts as all of the creature types. It's a human, but this human is also a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard all at the same time. And it costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party, so it can be reduced down to 2 in total, with 4 including itself. You get a 5/5 vigilance. And the rare of this pack is Kargan Intimidator. 2 mana, 3/1. Cowards can't block warriors. So if you played Magic years ago, this was something about cowards and warriors, and now it's back. Pay 1. Choose one that has not been chosen this turn. Kargan Intimidator gets +1. Target creature becomes a coward until end of turn. Target warrior gains trample until end of turn. So you can only pick one of these per turn to do some interesting shenanigans. Turn things into a coward, and then this is unblockable. Let's open 2 more packs, and then we'll get back to the main draft. Shell Shield, 1 blue, kick it for 1 more. Target creature gets +0/+3 until end of turn. If it was kicked, that creature also gains Hexproof. Okay, 2 mana for Hexproof. Strength of Solidarity, 1 green. Choose target creature you control, put a +1 on it for each creature in your party. So one green mana could be +4. Again, I keep talking about Magical Christmas Land, that you have to have all of the members, so probably a +1 or a +2. Deliberate, I love that art. That warrior, she's kind of floating and there's fire and ice and she's bored. And she's saying, I can't see all the future holds, but I can keep us 1 step ahead of death. Scry 2, then draw a card. Okay, 2 mana for that, cool. There's the Seagate, it's a 7/5, it gets easier to cast with more party. Royal Eruption 2, kick it for 5 more, deals 3 damage to any target. If it was kicked, it deals 5 damage. So 7 mana for 5 damage, I guess, to finish the game. Mind Carver, this is one of these new equipments. I think all of the equipment in this set auto-equips. So Streamlab, oh, got another +1 over here. I mean, another 100. Thanks so much for that. Thanks for the cracker packs. For the shout out on the cracker packs. The Coward Warrior thing never really took off, yeah. But yeah, thanks for the love on the cracker packs. And we got the Maddening Cacophony. Kick it for 3, 4, 5, 6 for 6. Each opponent mills 8 cards. If this spell was kicked, instead, each opponent mills half their library rounded up. That's gonna be fun. Pay 6 mana to mill the opponent half their deck. Now, there was that one fish in Ixalan that when it attacked, it milled the opponent half their deck. When Ixalan came out, 3 years ago, whatever, 2 years ago, I had that card in my deck, and I remember playing it against an opponent or two. And when it said mill half their deck, we didn't count it. We just said, okay, this feels like half your deck. Put it in the graveyard. So here, Arena will obviously exactly do half, but in real life, you probably just kind of feel your way through it. All right, final cracker pack, then we'll get back to the draft. Tajuru Blightblade, it's a 1/1 Death Touch. Elf Rogue. Tajuru Snarecaster, 3 mana Elf Rogue, 1/4 reach. Scale the Heights, 3 mana sorcery, put a +1 counter of up to 1 target creature, you gain 2 life. You may play an additional land, draw a card. They're giving so many great things to green nowadays. Look at this. 3 mana to buff your creature, to gain 2 life, to play an additional land, and to draw a card. Is this not the definition of favoritism? How can one green spell do 10 things? One of your favorite videos of mine was the one where I got some recent players to crack old. Yeah. And the reactions were great. Thanks on that. Yeah, we did that. I recorded that a while ago. I actually also recorded a part 2 of that, and it's a common green too, right? That's gotta be a mythic. Anyway, I recorded part 2 of that. It was called Modern Players versus Vintage Decks, or Vintage Cards or Sets or something. So yeah, we did that a while ago, and I actually recorded a part 2. And our main man, Stevie, is in it, along with Ben. Remember that, Stevie, when you and Ben opened up those old Fallen Empires cards? Unfortunately, the video has not been released because the footage is all garbled or something happened to it. I can't open it to edit it properly. It's been giving a lot of trouble, so there's like lost footage out there of I did part 2 of that, and Stevie's in it, and that's why it hasn't been released, because that's why you haven't seen that on my YouTube, because something happened to that footage. Like, the voice doesn't synchronize, and when I try to change the layers, it synchronizes in one piece but then not in another, and it's just so weird. I don't know what happened to the footage, unfortunately. Highborn Vampire, just a plain old 4/3. Cliffhaven Sellsword, 2 mana 3/1. Hey, that's just another Order of the Sixth Pride sort of card. There's only one thing to do now. You have to buy more packs and re-record the session. Well, here's the funny thing. Even Fallen Empires packs are getting expensive. When I first did that video in 2017, 2018 or whatever, when I got back into Magic in 2017, I started to look at on eBay for the prices of vintage Magic cards, and an unopened 4th edition starter deck in 2017 was about $20. Now on eBay, these are more like $80. Even Fallen Empires, that back when in 2017 when I bought those, they were like $1.99 each. And now that I've seen recently, now they're also starting to be like $4 or $5. So obviously in bulk they add up. But these vintage things that were for a long time apparently still affordable are starting to really get up there in value. So I have this unopened 4th edition that when I saw those prices starting to rise, I'm like, I'm gonna get one of these before they really go up in value, before all of the Rudies of the world buy them out. But when things get normalized, we gotta record. Yeah, we've got to do that there. Not as bad as you think, actually. Can we see something here? Let me check one quick thing. We jump over to the web browser briefly. These are the big valuable cards in Fallen Empires. Rainbow Veil. Rainbow Veil was like $2 when I got back into Magic in 2017. Now it's $13. This is the land that taps for any color, but then at the end of the turn you pass it to your opponent. And in Commander, it's just gonna pass all over the table. But that was $2 when I got back into Magic, 2017. It's $13 now. Ebon Praetor. Okay, then it drops down a lot, $3, $2, but still, $3 for an Ebon Praetor that does nothing? Trample for strike. During your upkeep, put a -2 on itself. You may sacrifice a creature during your upkeep to remove a -2. If the creature sacrifice was a throw, put a +1 on it. What shenanigans. This weakens itself, but if you sacrifice a throw, it stops it and it +1s it for 6 mana. Trample lifelink. Elvish Farmer, I know that one was starting to climb up. You know, it puts a spore on itself and then makes thralls. Sacrifice thralls, gain life. Blame commander players, exactly. They want to do all of these shenanigans in multiplayer. Fungal Bloom, just put more spore counters on things, which works still nowadays. So yeah, double green to put more spores. Concorn, are you kidding me? 2 mana artifact, 1 tap, sacrifice, draw 2 cards, then put any 1 card from your hand back on top. So this is sort of like the artifacts of Fallen Empires were supposed to fix the broken artifacts of back in the day. And I guess this one's not, and most of them were terrible, but I guess this one's not so bad that, okay, draw 2 cards, drawing cards is always good, and then put 1 back on top. I guess people still like that. It's no brainstorm, but people still want it, I guess. You have 1 Rainbow Veil and 2 Ebon Praetors and an Elvish Armor. There you go, you can retire off of that now. You have a block set of Lorwyn. Oh, okay, 4 booster boxes and a block set of original Zendikar. I wanted to open them, but not at the current prices. Yeah, everything that's 10 years old or older is like really going up in price. Everpater goes well with Breeding Pit. Yep, that's the combo right there. Get Breeding Pit, make a bunch of thralls. Although you have to pay double black on the Breeding Pit. But yeah, is that worth it for 6 mana 5/5 trample lifelink? I guess. Cool art, of course. And then lastly, Goblin Surgeon, 1 red mana. Sacrifice a goblin to regenerate another creature. So yeah, those are the big valuable cards of Fallen Empires. When I got back into Magic, there was 1 card listed only, and I believe it was the Elvish Farmer for $1, maybe 2. And then now, years later, Commander players like, gimme that land that taps for any color, but I give it to my friend. Anyway, that was our digression into Fallen Empires. Let's get back to the game. Crack the final card here. Drana, the Last Blood Chief, so this one's cool. I was using this one earlier in the night. She's a 4/4 flying. When Drana attacks, your opponent chooses a non-legendary creature from your graveyard and puts it directly into play with a +1 counter. I was doing this cool combo where there's this creature that as soon as it enters the battlefield, both players need to sacrifice a creature. So I was just bringing that creature back and forth. That was a cool kind of little combo. You bought the Lorwyn for MSRP, but the Zendikar block you bought on clearance. Wow, okay, on clearance, then that's definitely worth it. And if you bought Lorwyn at MSRP back during that time, which was still what, $99 US or so, but yeah, Lorwyn, you know, people have nostalgia for all of these things. And cancel, I didn't finish building the deck. Anyway, yeah, people have nostalgia for these things. Like I'm even already getting nostalgia for when I got back into Magic, which was Ixalan block. And yeah, people love nostalgia. Okay, let's craft this deck. Let's see what we've got here. 51 cards, 25 creatures. I got a ton of creatures. So let's see. Seeking Guide, it's a Goblin Rogue. Pay 2 tap. A little thing is unblockable. 120 Australian for each Lorwyn and 90 for Zendikar. Yeah, I think that's still a good price. So the Acquisition Expert is a human rogue. The opponent reveals from their hand. This is one of the few cards that nowadays, so Wizards doesn't like to print cards anymore, where you can pick out of the opponent's hand a land. You know, him to Torok, rest in peace. But this is one of the few that does that, because notice, Target opponent reveals a card. You choose one of those and discard. So it could be a land, and you can discard a land. Now it is what they pick, but this is one of the few. Look at the person's hand and discard, force them to discard something that could target a land. I like the effect. That's why I picked it. I just need to make sure I've got plenty of those in my party to make it pop off. I got a lot of these bats. 1/1 bats, which could be kicked to be big. Let me cut one for the moment. Maybe there's like a life gain strategy going on, actually, because that's got life gain. When this enters, X minus X based on the party. Cinderclasm deals 1 damage to all creatures. Kick it for 3. 2 damage to all creatures. I think that might be more useful if I know that the opponent's got a lot of... It seems like a sideboard card. If the opponent's got a lot of mana dorks, 1/1s and such, that's useful, but I'm going to cut that for the moment. Fissure Wizard, 2/1, draw a card, then discard. Scavenger Blade Equipment, give a creature +2, nah. Teeter Peak, Ambusher, 2 mana, 1/3, pay 3, give it +2. Tormenting Voice, discard a card, draw 2 cards. Nah. Spare Supplies, it's an artifact that draws you a card, sacrifice it to draw a card. Maybe. 5 non-creatures. It might just be like a really creature-heavy aggro deck. Okay, this is what I want here. Marauding Blight Priest. 3/2, whenever you gain life, they lose life. So maybe I do want all 3 of these Gloom Hunters because it's got lifelink. Let me put it back for a moment. I didn't realize I got so many of those, but... yeah, so when you gain life, they lose life. That could be a great way. And it's not legendary, so it could go off multiple times. Mind Drain, this is part of it there. They mill 2, they discard 2, they mill 2, they lose 1 life, and you gain 1 life. So that could combo with the Marauder right there. Mana Sky Dancer, 2/1, Flash Flying, mill them for 2, sure. Have they got the Super Ultra Mega Mythics and Zendikar packs on Arena? I was reading earlier today what's in it, and if you're talking about the expeditions, no. Because the expeditions have Strip Mine, Wasteland, the Fetch Lands. No, those are not an Arena, unfortunately. They specifically said these cards would be too powerful for Standard. Sure. Actually, sorry, Wizards, you are completely right. Do not kick me out of the event. Yeah, those expeditions are not in the regular set. This gets +2 as long as you control another warrior. How many warriors do I have? Creature, warrior. I've got 4 warriors. They were okay to draft. Yeah, for draft, fetch lands aren't amazing. People want them for commander. And something like Strip Mine, well, that's for legacy and stuff, right? And Wasteland is something for modern. So, 46 cards. I might remove the warriors. Molten Blast, 3 mana, does 2 damage to a creature or planeswalker. Tuck Tuck gives your creatures haste. Spitfire Lagak, 4 mana lizard landfall, deal 1 damage to each opponent, yeah. Thunder Spark Mage, 2/2, when it enters it deals X damage based on your party. What do I have anyway? I've got Cleric, yeah. I have a Rogue, I have a Warrior, and a Wizard. I've got all the party members. So if I have all of them at least, then I will do Magical Christmas Land. But I keep saying if you have a full party, you can do some great things. Leyline Tyrant, it's a 4/4. Plastic Hellion, it's a 4/5. We have the 7/5 with cost reduction. Jonas Silencer, yeah, I don't love that one. Okay, 45 cards. I guess we don't really, I don't know, do we keep this flying thing? Maybe, yeah, I guess we can keep the flying equipment. They should have allowed it for arena draft, and then after the event, if you drafted one, you get something like 2 mythics. Yeah, like that. There's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways that these things could be done, and it's kind of interesting how if we, the community, thought of these things, I'm sure Wizards has thought of it too, and then if they didn't do it, it's probably like they choose not to, which is annoying. So, okay, we need to cut a few more cards. Guess if we want to focus on the life gain main synergy of things. One less warrior. Do we really need these walls? They're not rogues, they're not wizards, they're not whatever. They give things haste, sure. I have 2 of them. You're back, sorry, lost connection. No problem, we're still trying to craft the deck, just kind of whittling it down to the final 40. I have enough party members. I have the requisite at least 1 cleric, rogue, wizard, and warrior. So I have at least 1 of each to do a little bit of cost reduction and extra stuff with the party. Let's look at this one more time. So, Sneaking Guide, 1 red mana, 1/1, 2 tap, make a creature unblockable. It's a goblin rogue. Kind of feeling like maybe this one will be cut. Cliff Haven Kitesail, it's a 1 mana artifact, automatically attach it, gives a creature flying, or pay 2 to equip it. Acquisition Expert, opponent reveals a card, they discard it. They are also a human rogue. Ghastly Gloomhunter, 2 mana for a 1/1 flying lifelink. If you pay 6, you get a 3/3 flying lifelink. Malakir Blood Priest, 2 mana, 2/1 vampire cleric. When it enters, opponent loses X life, you gain X life based on the party. Again, I have all 4 members. Fissure Wizard, 2 mana, 2/1. When it enters, draw a card, discard a card. Teacher Peak Ambusher, 2 mana, 1/3, Goblin Warrior. Pay 3 as many times as you want, give it +2/+0. That could add up to a lot. I have 4 of the Marauding Blight Priests. Maybe I could cut 1 or 2 of them. But the idea here is this is the win condition. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses life. If I have multiples of these, if I've got all 4 of them on the battlefield, the opponent is losing 4 life every time I gain life. And I've got life gain based on Mind Drain, make them discard 2, and I gain a life. And the Ghastly Bat, it's got 1/1 lifelink. So those 3 gain life strategies I like. It's only 3 cards, but it is 7, 8, 9. It's 9 cards in total. Nimana Skydancer, 2/1 flash flying. And mill the opponent for 2. In limited, getting milled 2 can be pretty good. Molten Blast, 3 mana to either deal 2 damage to a creature or planeswalker, or destroy an artifact. I think artifacts If it was artifact or enchantment, I think that'd be better, but I don't think people are playing many artifacts, although I have seen that Seagate Colossus a few times. It is a 7/5 for 7. It kind of was a problem earlier in the night for me. Tucked up Rubble Fort. The main thing is that it gives your creatures haste. I don't know, do we need to be that hasty? Spitfire, Lagak, Landfall. You know, Landfall's always good, even later in the game, so just keep pinging them for 1 damage. Thundering Spark Mage, 2/2 deals X damage to a creature or player, based on the party. Maybe only one of the walls? Maybe. Yeah, maybe just one of the walls. The Leyline Tyrant. This one's pretty interesting. It's 4 mana, 4/4 flying. You don't lose any red mana that you didn't spend. This combos with something else that I don't have, but you don't lose the mana as your turn progresses. But then look at this. When this dies, so dies, not exile. When this dies, you may pay X red mana. When you do, it deals that much damage to any target, which includes player, planeswalker, creature. So, in theory, if you paid 4 mana for this, and at least 2 red, and the opponent murders it, you can pay 2 red and it'll deal with its dying breath 2 more red mana. Obviously, if you've got 5 red mana floating around, when this dies, you pay 5, and it'll deal 5 damage directly to the opponent. Pyroclastic Hellion, and the top end is a 4/5. When it enters, return a land back to your hand. When you do, it deals 2 damage to the opponent. Non-targeted. And then at the very top, the Colossus 7/5, which can get smaller with a party. Which can get cost reduction with a party. Oh, and I have 3 planes in here. Get those 3 planes out of here, and I'm at 40. What am I doing? Right, we don't have any white cards. Yeah, there's no white cards. There we go. Problem solved. We had 3. We had 3 planes taking up 3 slots. There we go. No need to cut anything. Yeah. So how's the removal again? I don't think removal is that great, but this is what we have. It's kind of more of an aggro. Molten Blast is removal. That's the only removal. That's not good. Let's go one more time at the side of the word. Cinderclasm for 3 mana would deal damage, 2 damage only. Yeah, I didn't pick up much removal, but okay, I guess we gotta go aggro. Alright, that's the deck. Let's go for it. 3.2 average cost. Ooh, hey there, Mark. Thanks for the fox or a wallaby, or what is that? But yeah, that's the brand new feature of getting to 1,000 subscribers, so totally appreciate that. Thank you so much for the cool cheer emoji thing. How did you get to that, actually? What did you press to... It's probably a fox, yeah. It's not a... yeah, whatever that is. So, yeah, thanks so much on that. You super chatted. I guess that's what it's officially called. Super chatted $2. So cool. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate that. So we got these new features on the chat. Okay, wait a minute. There is some problem here. I have 14 lands. There's a dollar thing in the chat bar. Yeah, it doesn't show it to me from behind the scenes, I guess, only for all of you. But yeah, I appreciate that. Hopefully you didn't accidentally click it. But yeah, very much appreciate that. So how many? It's 17 lands, right? Yeah. So I actually am at 43. I had left over the plains from the first cards that I grabbed, but I actually was deficient in mana. I was at 14 lands instead of 17. So we're back to 43 cards. You done it on purpose, plus you know what it does. Okay, yeah. Very good. Let's just go for it. 43 should not be a big deal. We'll go back to the drawing board after 1 or 2 games. But as we think about it, we'll see what maybe remove that. Maybe remove that artifact that gives flying. Maybe remove that last wall that gave haste. I go first. Well, I have a turn 1 play. Again, we don't really have removal in this deck. 2 mana. I'm on the play, so I would be definitely down if I mulligan. We have a 3rd turn play. Yeah, we'll be fine. Talki is the opponent. I'm a lowly bronze player, and they put me up against a gold player. So one thing that's new is that they've moved the emojis. Hello is at the top now. I was so used to it being on the left side. I would always click right here, hello, but now it says nice. And they took away the your go. There's a new pet, this rock creature thing on the side over here. Plus this new battlefield, as we're seeing. Okay, that's a flying... That's a 3-1. This is the plain old 3-1. Let's see, do they have any combat trick? No, okay, but they still probably have a play. They have another 3-1, okay. And no more mana. Okay, well, guess I shouldn't have kept that hand, even though you would assume that getting 1 more black mana shouldn't be a problem. They got their landfall, okay, amazing. We got double of those, and no more mana. Okay, well, let's move on to the next one. Too far behind on that. Missing land drops. They're gonna do 10 damage right there, so it's gonna be very hard to come back from that. Let's go on. What are the statistical probabilities of missing 2 land drops in a row? 10 trillion to 1? Never tell me the odds. Okay, let's try that again. And I don't think it's just because there's 3 extra cards in the deck. Yeah, the little Hedron Golem. I think there's more than 1. Let's take a quick look over here. We can go over to... store. Avatars. Not avatars. Pets. And here it is right here. So let's put it on our squad. So yeah, let's get one of them. Jace. No one wants Puppet Jace. If we go to profile, pets. So for the fox, there's these different outfits, but I guess not for the rock. Alright, let's have the rock critter as our pet for a little bit. Maybe it'll give us good luck. Number 1, it should give us good luck in finding an opponent. yeah, the matching up just doesn't feel the same as other times. I don't know why it kind of feels like in this particular event less people are playing it. Or maybe at the time, this is the latest I've streamed this event. I had a lot of day things to do, so I wasn't able to stream. Gotta pop off. Thanks for coming to hang out. Thanks for the cheers and all of that. I may not be playing an extremely long amount. It's already 2 a.m. for me, so I might not go too much further. But thanks so much for stopping by, and maybe you saw a couple cool cards that you might think about playing, and did some cracker packs, and thanks again for the cheers emotes, or whatever they're called, and the contribution. Yeah, what's up with this matchmaking? I don't know. Good luck with the rest. Thank you so much. Hopefully I can get a game going on. But I appreciate you stopping by. You're welcome about that. Thanks to Wizards of the Coast for setting it all up on the early access event and giving us access for before the set comes out. It comes out officially tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, today, the 17th. See, why do they have the other type of pet golem thing with a crystal in its face? Mine... you tap it and he burps or something. I think they're golem. I like the crystal on it, but I kind of don't like the rest of the rocks. Okay, well, we're getting another weird mana issue here, so maybe we do need to take out those extra 3 cards. Okay, so if I do get my 3rd land, I guess the point of that is the 4th, so I'm getting double milled, and that's one of those. Okay, so there's that card right there that they show me their hand, but they pick what card it is, and it has to be discarded, so they pick the land. They have a full art land. How do they have a full art land? It's a pretty cool island. Triple of those. Come on, this is not real. So we're getting 10 years between matches and then weird mana issues. So let's go back to the deck. I doubt that those 3 extra cards are... do you mean reset into recrafting it, or just take out those 3 extra ones? Okay, forget that. That's not life gain right there, so okay, let's go with those 40 cards. So that's probably just another indicator also to wind it down. Again, the matchmaking on this is so right now it is 10 a.m. in Europe, well, Greenwich Mean Time, and I'm surprised that I'm just not getting a lot of matchups here. Are people just trying to do like 1v1? Why aren't these matches firing? There's Regen. They were in the draft pod. At least I'm getting another bronze player. I was getting plenty of very high level people. So I'm on the draw. I have a turn 2 play here. Turn 3 play, another turn 2 there, so then some big things. We've got a warrior. That's got life gain plus flying. Gonna head out, wish me luck. Oh, great, okay. Take care as well. Thanks for stopping by. I'll try to win at least one for you. Okay. Double black. Yep, see you on Saturday. Back on Saturday. About disrupting their hand. They must discard 2, they mill 1, lose 1 life, and I gain 1 life. So let's see what that gets us. What did this little thing do here? Oh yeah, this is the one that makes all of these little bugs. Let's see how well that works in limited. I know someone on a regular game used this very, very well and made a bunch of bugs. And I guess what they discarded were the big top-end creatures. Rabbit Bite's good. And that big 6/5. Well, that's the one that got milled. These are the ones who are not. They discarded those. Alright, so that's the trick on that. Gives itself a counter. Alright, we've got some landfall tricks going to happen. So I'll flash in the Sky Dancer, mill them. Then I have the Sky Dancer, which is a rogue. The Blood Priest can have -2 from the 2 party members. Well, that's not good. I don't have any removal for that creature, and it's now going to become like a 5/6. Oh no, that's a 4/5. Well, still, I don't think I'm going to... I have a 4/5 here. Some blocking. Guess if I race them, gain a little life off of that. I've got a 4/5 blocker. I'm gonna drop a land, of course, and make that into a 4/5. Be able to block a little bit. My Seagate Colossus is coming up next, probably. Or not just yet. It's still whatever. But anyway, what party members do I have? I have a rogue. I have just one rogue. That did a double tap. Okay, that could be a combo right there. So, play this priest first. Then the Blood Priest. Oh, I just noticed Blood Priest and Blight Priest. That will Cleric and Rogue, so that's 2 damage. Okay, so we got that. And then double attacks in the air. I think I can actually afford to do a lot of attacks. Got back to 11 life. So they hit that, that's fine. I'm gonna hit them with the bat. Gain a life off of that, gain a life off of that, back to 12 life. Make that bigger, so that's 7, 8, 9. That's 9 in total if I let it through, which I should be able to afford, unless they have some sort of buff. Yeah, I don't think they have a buff because they're only coming in with one thing. That's not going to deal 12 damage. Okay, it's going to double landfall. That's not going to be 12 damage. Believe they have any reach creatures or instant flight. Ooh, that's on the ground. What am I doing? Yeah, that was a misplay. I don't know why I thought both of those creatures side by side were both flyers. So anyway, got one more blocker. Hopefully they don't have that one tap my things out creature. Let's kill. Huh. Guess they're good gaming me on that. So, okay, well, they topped deck what they needed at that last minute, so... Alright, that was a pretty bad draft. I guess there's not much more to do. Like I said, it's 2 in the morning, and these games are not really firing, even though Europe is awake, but it's taking forever to play any of these games, so I think that'll be a good spot to wrap it up at. Got to play a lot of the new Zendikar set. Landfall is very powerful. You can do some very interesting combos. Party is interesting. I think it's a little underpowered because it can only give you up to 4 of something. Kicker is back. That's always useful. Something in the early game for a certain price. Something in the later game, pay a little more. What else? Oh, the double-faced cards. I don't feel like I saw a lot of them, but in theory, when you need something, you can play it at a certain way. So, yeah, I think Zendikar Rising is going to be good. I can't wait to play it on my regular account. But, thanks again, Wizards of the Coast, for giving me the invite to this early event and trying out the cards. And as I said earlier, I'm also going to be next Friday featured on as a featured streamer. So I'm planning on doing some gameplay and also doing some giveaways of real physical cards. I just need to get a hold of them, which I should be able to. So, yep, that's it for the moment. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming by as usual, this time in the middle of the week, and trying out some new Zendikar cards on the Early Access event. See you all next time. Be there with bells on. Thank you so much. I'll be there too.